Good day all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel Intelligible Tutorials. In this today's session, we are going to discuss about the importance of the Linux operating system and its kernel. As we all of you know, the Linux is the operating system which is the open source operating system and highly secured operating system, and it having certain kind of the functionalities like multiprocessing and tasking, etc. So these are the various functionalities of the Linux operating system. And now we are going to discuss about the next one called kernel. What is the importance of the kernel? What are the various types of the kernels? And what is the uses of the Linux kernel? Today's class we are going to discuss. So what is a kernel? A kernel is a heart of the operating system and so many functionalities it can do. Carried by the kernel, and it acts as the intermediate between OS to user programs. So what are the various types of the kernels? Now we are going to see. So it acts as an interface between the user, intermediate thing between the user programs and as well as the OS. So whatever the activities from the OS, it reach them, it just pass them to the user programs, and whatever the request from the user programs, it directly transfer to the OS. So this is the OS, and these are nothing but user. It's like that the OS, between the OS and the user programs, the kernel sits. Hence it is regarded as the heart of operating system. Unless there is no kernel, there is no Linux operating system. And now we are going to see what are the various kinds of the kernels, how they will work. Now in the today's class we are going to see. There are normally 4 types of the kernels. Number 1, monolithic. Number 2, microkernel. Number 3, hybrid. And number 4, exokernel. Like that we are having various types of the kernels. And now the first one is nothing but the monolithic kernel. So it is the core kernel. This is the kernel used in Linux and Unix operating systems. It is having all the core functionalities like device drivers, support, etc. So these are the various things relevant to the monolithic kernel. It is a core kernel. We can call it as, it offers the core functionalities, hence we can call it as the core kernel, and it occurs in Linux OS and as well as the Unix OS. Unix and Linux operating systems uses this monolithic only, and support the device drivers also. So these are the main things regarding the monolithic kernel. Now we are going to discuss the second one, microkernel. What is the importance of this microkernel? Microkernel is the second category of the kernel. Unless the core functionalities, it is having some other functionalities like the inter-process communication. The next one is architecture independence. Etc. So it exists in BOS and AIX systems. So this is nothing but microkernel. Okay. So the third one is nothing but the hybrid kernel. One more thing is there in the microkernel. It provides some kind of the user space also. Okay, So in the Linux operating system, it gives some kind of in the microkernel operating system, it allocates some space for the users, that is called as user space. Okay. So now coming to the microkernel. Hybrid kernel. What is the importance of the hybrid kernel? Hybrid kernel is same as micro, but more user spaces. More user space it provides. Windows NT is the best example for this hybrid kernel. So this is the one of the best example for hybrid kernel. Same as the microkernel, but it gives more user space, and it is same as the best example is nothing but our Windows operating system. And now the last one. The last one is still under research. It's not utilizing now currently. So under research. Not using now. So this is nothing but the exokernel. Like that, we are having multiple types of the kernels, how they will use. Now we are going to see what are the functionalities of the Linux kernel it offers. Okay, so I am clearing this, all the types of the kernels. Now we are going to discuss about the features of the Linux kernel. Number one, Linux kernel. Number one, we have discussed in the types of the kernels, the Linux kernel falls under the first category, that is monolithic kernel. And the second one, it is architecture independence. It provides some features of user threads and kernel threads, and paging is one of the feature of this kernel. Paging is also one of the feature of the Linux kernel, and multitasking and multi-processing, etc. These are the various features of the Linux kernel. So these features offered by the Linux operating system in the way of the Linux kernel. In the coming session, we talk about the signals. What are the various kinds of the signals? How they can be used in the Linux operating system? All these things we will see. To view more relevant things of different subjects of the computer science, you please subscribe our Intelligible Tutorials channel. Thank you.